What if the reason she lost interest has nothing to do with you? Most men never realize that a woman's priorities change dramatically with age, and understanding these three stages could change everything. There are three stages in a woman's life when her need for connection with a man becomes much more intense. The harsh reality is that these stages are not random. They are influenced by emotional, psychological, and biological changes that shape how she views relationships. Many men assume women seek the same things throughout their lives, but that belief is often far from reality. As women grow and evolve, their priorities shift, and what they desire in a partner changes as well. The first stage typically occurs between the ages of 18 and 22. During this period, life is centered around exploration. Much of her focus is on the present moment rather than long-term planning. She seeks experiences, romance, excitement, and emotional intensity. The future feels distant, and the desire to discover herself often outweighs the desire to settle down. Relationships during this phase are frequently part of a learning process. Every connection teaches her something about herself, what she enjoys, what she dislikes, and what she hopes to become. She is often drawn to men who bring energy, adventure, and spontaneity into her life. Rather than focusing on lifelong commitment, she is focused on collecting experiences and understanding her own desires. As she moves into her mid to late 20s, a noticeable shift begins to take place. The carefree excitement that once felt satisfying starts to lose some of its appeal. Thoughts about the future become more important. Friends begin getting married. Careers become more established, and long-term goals start to feel real. During this second stage, often between the ages of 25 and 30, priorities change dramatically. Emotional chemistry still matters, but it is no longer enough on its own. Stability, reliability, character, and future potential begin to carry much greater weight. The same woman who once pursued excitement may now value consistency and dependability. She becomes more selective because she has gained enough experience to know what she does not want. Relationships are evaluated through the lens of long-term compatibility rather than short-term excitement. This is also the phase where many women begin thinking seriously about building a future. They consider careers, family goals, financial stability, and the type of life they want to create. Men who succeed during this stage are often those who can balance ambition with reliability. They demonstrate that they can be trusted while still maintaining passion and excitement. The focus is no longer simply on enjoying the present moment, but on determining whether a partnership can stand the test of time. Then comes the third stage, which often appears between the ages of 38 and 45. This phase is frequently misunderstood because the priorities shift once again. By this point, many women have experienced significant life events, including success, disappointment, love, heartbreak, or major personal growth. The desire to impress others begins to fade, and authenticity becomes far more important. Emotional security becomes one of the highest priorities. This does not necessarily mean financial security. Instead, it means emotional peace, trust, honesty, and genuine connection. At this stage, superficial qualities lose much of their influence. Emotional depth becomes far more attractive than status or appearances. Women often become highly aware of who they are, what they value, and what they are no longer willing to tolerate. Confidence tends to increase because experience has provided clarity. They seek partners who are emotionally mature, self-aware, and capable of meaningful connection. Consistency, presence, and authenticity become far more valuable than grand gestures or surface-level attraction. Women in this phase often appreciate a partner who can communicate openly, handle challenges with maturity, and provide emotional support without trying to control or change them. They are generally less interested in potential and more interested in reality. They want to know who a person truly is, not who they claim to be. Relationships are viewed through a lens of emotional honesty and mutual understanding. The important lesson is that these stages are not rigid categories. Life experiences can influence them just as much as age. A woman who has experienced divorce, parenthood, loss, or major personal growth may develop priorities that differ from others her age. The stages are shaped by lived experience as much as by time itself. That is why understanding a woman's values, goals, and current perspective matters more than focusing only on her age. Many misunderstandings occur because people assume everyone wants the same things at every stage of life. In reality, priorities evolve. What feels important at May 22nd not feel important at 30, and what matters at 40 may be completely different from what mattered a decade earlier. Understanding these changes helps create stronger connections because it allows people to appreciate each other as they are in the present rather than expecting them to remain the same forever. The real takeaway is simple. Women are not confusing or mysterious. Like everyone else, they grow, change, and adapt as life unfolds. Their priorities shift with experience, maturity, and circumstance. The more a person understands these shifts, the easier it becomes to build meaningful relationships based on understanding rather than assumptions. Growth is a natural part of life, and recognizing that growth in both yourself and others creates a foundation for stronger, healthier, and more lasting connections.